figured out what I'm gonna have to do, Vortex. This could mean so many things. I have this camcorder that I use to shoot videos. I know. Why don't I just get a smartphone? Because that would make me boring. That would make me so boring. And though I'm sure there are people that don't have internet brain, okay? It's very hard not to have internet brain if you have a smartphone, okay? But there are those select few that exist out there. Shout out to you, we love you. We know that you give up your smartphone if you could, okay? But anyway, this camcorder has been presenting problems though. So it has a memory on the actual camcorder without a memory card. I wonder if that's why it costs $100 extra. I'm not sure, but probably. But I'll try to use just the memory card and it'll keep switching the recording method on me. And I realized, well, just use up all the memory and then you won't have to worry about that. Bam! I can't believe I didn't think of that earlier. But that probably means that I'm gonna have to get another memory card though. That's okay, they're not that expensive. So we do a lot of recording. Look at this bullshit, I just want to show y'all. See this? First of all, motherfucker ain't going fast in the fast lane. Alright? We're going 70. 70 is not fast. 70 is the speed limit. Okay, fuck the speed limit. Alright? Then you have this, whatever the fuck. Look, he was about to turn and then he changed his mind. I guess he got scared. Yeah, I don't like being next to it. I hate semis. I hate them so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Stay there. Stay there. Okay. You can meander after we pass you, okay? You know, I never really had much of an issue with people driving slow in the fast lane until I got this Mini Cooper, and now it legit pisses me all the way off. Because when you have a car that's as awesome as this one, you want to drive really, really fast all the time. And now we are driving super fast in the slow lane. Oh my goodness. They're gonna have to fix that pothole one of these days. And then the weather machine will take back over and destroy the roads again. Yes, yes, I have a theory that's why they're doing that. Just to fuck everybody's lives up in some form or fashion. So if they don't destroy your life by, you know, creating a hurricane that takes out your house and all your livelihood and everything, they're gonna do it by messing the roads up so that
creates issues for people's cars and that fucks up their tires and all that. This world is a terrible, terrible place, okay? Those of us that are woke to this will always get called conspiracy theorists by the people that turn a blind eye to that sort of evil that exists in the world. Because it's too depressing of a thing to think about for a lot of these people. You know, a lot of these people are on antidepressants. You know, they trust authority. They trust doctors and nurses and all that. You know, so of course they're gonna look at you like you got two heads if you tell them, like, yeah, it's all controlled. You know, they're trying to kill you always. They're naturally going to assume that you're a total lunatic. Because they think that all of their problems are natural problems, okay? It doesn't even cross their mind that these problems could be given to them. What's interesting, though, is how much people play the victim about things that aren't true, and yet what actually is true, that they could very easily apply that same logic to, like they don't see it. Like, probably the best example is the black community. So the black community hates police, you know, because they're told to hate police, so they hate police. And they're told this by the media, they're told this by, you know, celebrities, they're told this by this whole culture. Now, in truth, blacks probably are the best example of the government using them as like guinea pigs. You know, the Tuskegee experiment, that's a good example. A lot of people cite slavery. At least with slavery, they were open and honest about what they were doing. With like everything else, they just lie, you know? But it's like, I know so many black people that have issues with cops, but they don't seem to have issues with any other facet of the government that's completely screwing over their community by keeping them in this same sorry state where they can't move up, they can't advance. Because if you make a certain amount of money, you can't get help from the government. So, financial incentive to staying down here is that, okay, the government will always help you if you continue to be on the lowest rung. And now, maybe that makes sense in some aspects, but in other aspects, it's like they're penalizing you for doing well. Because, you know, I have friends of mine that really need help from somebody, and they can't get it because they make too much money according to the government. But they're like barely scraping by, you know? But it's another issue with immigration. The reason why there's so much animosity between blacks and Mexicans is because Mexicans are taking all the fucking welfare money. Isn't that kind of funny? I mean, it's not. They're taking from everybody, but I don't have hate in my heart. A lot of people are going to say I have hate in my heart because I'm totally honest about things that I see. I also work at a restaurant. I've worked at restaurants for 15 years, so like I got a front row seat to all this shit. I got a front row seat to our immigration policies. I got a front row seat to the welfare state, Because a lot of people that I work with are on welfare. You know, I'm not on welfare because I don't need it. You know, I'm not gonna take something that I don't need. I definitely needed it when I was drunk though, because I couldn't pay my rent and I couldn't keep a job and forget about bills, you know? Damn, I really hope that pothole didn't fuck up my car. But let's open the window. It's so nice today. It's a really, really beautiful day. I hope that these videos can somewhat capture certain aspects of the world that are still good, you know? Like the sky and the trees and shit like that. Natural things. Natural things. To the best of my knowledge, they're natural. They could also be unnatural though. And of course we're behind a UPS truck. This always happens though, man. Hey, he's turning, calm down. See? He's turning. This song is all about self-reflection. Most people don't know how to do that anymore. This is probably the best part of the video right here, when I'm not talking. You can just enjoy the beautiful scenery. That was really nice, wasn't it? Now you got to deal with subdivisions. You fell in love with the image of himself. So true. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Even the greatest stars dislike themselves in the looking glass. That's Kraftwerk that said that, not me. Not Amy Gross, but Kraftwerk, okay? Now what I was gonna say, speaking of Kraftwerk, the beast. Falling in love with the image of yourself. That's the beast. Worshipping the beast. It could mean multiple things in the book of Revelations. Okay? I think a lot of the Bible is metaphorical, and a lot of it is literal. And you have to have boatloads of discernment to be able to understand it. And I'll admit, you know, there are a lot of things that I've read that, you know, I have to go back and, you know, reread it, ask a lot of questions, you know, to people ordained in the church. But You know, going online is good, somewhat. There's a lot of information that you can learn. There's so many things you can learn online, but it's also somewhat dangerous because everybody's online, and many of them are just spouting a bunch of horse shit. So, keep that in mind. But like, I think the internet and pictures, videos, all that, the reason why it's so demonic is because it's training us to not trust our own experience, to not trust things that we see and hear and touch and feel. You know, like, I know I sound like I'm really stoned right now, but I promise I'm not. You don't have to be stoned to have this sort of like thinky, feely experience. It helps you though. If you're a thinky, feely kind of person, I'd recommend a very, very small dose of THC because it'll make you understand why you're like that. Don't do too much though, you'll end up in a mental institution. Trust me, I know. I know. Checked myself into a psych ward a few years ago. It's also because the devil was attacking me. The devil was attacking me because I rejected God, and that's what happens. When you get arrogant, God will prove that He's real, and He'll use His adversary to do it. So, just think about that. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the beast system. You could apply that to the financial system. You could apply that to, you know, our social security number and our driver's license and, you know, the number that we receive from the government. This old man was waving. That's cool. That's cool. I love that guy. I don't know who the fuck he is, but I love him. He's just doing it to see who waves back. You're a good person. He's a good person, you're a good person. So, good people all around, damn it. I kind of wish I'd filmed him, but that's awesome. Anyway, see that was like the light of my day. It's just this random old dude that's wearing some fucking neon jumpsuit is waving at me for no fucking reason. And I wave back! Because why not? You know? Anyway. Yeah, so I was thinking about numbers in the Bible. I was thinking about how God numbered the 12 tribes of Israel and how His chosen were not numbered. So that's symbolic if you think about the Illuminati. Now Kanye West has been talking about this quite a bit. I really hope they don't kill him. Mainly because I think he has more to give on this planet. So perhaps he was part of that for, you know, the time that he was part of that in order for God to come into his life and change his heart and humble him. I'm hoping that's why. I'm hoping for that. I'm not idolizing him though. That's the thing, like, I think that people need to be very, very careful. Especially when somebody's invoking the name of Jesus Christ. They need to be very, very careful. But since he's being threatened 6 ways from Sunday, and they're trying to get him back on medication and all that shit, that's why I think that he might be legit. But, yeah, he was talking about how they sacrificed his mother. And so, yeah, that's what they do. If you sign a contract and then you get all the stuff that vain people want, money, attention, popularity, you know, a social status that is a lot higher than, you know, your average Joe, okay? You're gonna have to pay for that in some form or fashion. And it might not be like a family member that pays for it, it might just be you. So if they can use you, it's gonna be a family member. But if they can't use you, they'll just kill you off. And that's what you see with so many rappers and people that were like an extra in a soap opera or something like that. That Faustian bargain is a lot more real than people realize. So that's why I apply numbers. I apply that same sort of metaphor to hold on. Stare at Tupac. Stare at Tupac, okay? I'm still here, Vortex. You see me? Here I am again. But, yeah, so God does not number his chosen. And I think that is similar to, you know, what the Illuminati do. So they give you a number and they decide when you die. But those that are chosen by God are immune to this. No, I could be wrong. Okay? I could be totally wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. But Kanye is definitely a wild card, though. He's more of a wild card than Donald Trump. I guess we'll just see what happens with all that. But, where are my shoes? There they are. These nasty ass motherfuckers. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people are worshiping the image of themselves. And there's no better example than social media. Instagram. So it's all about the status. It's all about their status in this world. You know, you see people doing all kinds of stupid shit all to get famous. And how long are they gonna be famous? Like 5 fucking minutes? In this world, how fast things are going? 5 minutes tops. Like, it's really not worth it. Weighing the pros and cons of that. But people aren't thinking straight anymore because everything's gay now, you know?